Hello everyone, welcome back to Data Vidyalaya. I am Suresh Reddinusi. So in this video, we'll start to learn regarding these cloud skills and all. Okay. So cloud skills is one of the very important concept which will maximum reduce your work whenever you are doing in the real time and all. Okay. It eases the work of you doing the repetitive tasks or the mundane work which you are doing on a daily basis and all. It will help you a lot on that. Okay. So cloud skills and subagents. So these are the two specific topics and hooks and all which will be coming later in more advanced way. But cloud skills, it will do all the repetitive task in a most effective way and within a less amount of time and all. Okay. So this concept is more useful if you are doing a repetitive task, or if you are getting a stories user stories to do the repetitive task and all. And if you wanted to do the same by testing or test unit testing and all, so our code reviewing and all, or you understanding the code of the repos and all. So if you wanted to dig into the particular user scenarios and all, so those and all, it helps a lot and all. So cloud skills is one of the best way, or the best products subproduct of this cloud code, which will ease the work, and it will automatically do the relevant task, repetitive task and all, in a more efficient way. Okay. So I will get into that. Okay. So there are three concepts, as I said, no, skills versus skills and subagents. So yeah, in the last session, we have got the clarity on that. What is this copilot instructions.md and cloud.md? So whenever you start a new conversation or a session, then the model reads that at a one time reads all the instructions and keep it in the context memory. And whenever the user starts writing the prompts and all, it will take that into consideration and provide the relevant responses accordingly. Okay. So this is one of the always on project, means like it's a permanent memory. Okay. That anyways we got to know in the previous, and we see like where exactly the Claude markdown file and Copilot instruction markdown file, depending on the things that which we are using and all, it will be stored and all. Okay. So this concept is like a skill. Skill also same skills dot markdown file. So it is a, for example, you here analogy I have taken it as a kitchen example and all. So for example, you are a chef in a kitchen. Okay. You have entered into a new kitchen and all. You have given first instructions on what exactly you need to follow in the kitchen and all. So you will get a first Claude.markdown file or Copilot instructions.markdown file, where it will give you a base memory, like where exactly the your utensils are there in the kitchen, or where exactly the gas stove is there, and where exactly the mixture, and where exactly the cooker, these things and all the items where it is available and all, it gives the instructions of all those and all. Along with that, whether it needs to be less spicy or more spicy, how you need to prepare, and where are these products of the food, so raw products of the food is stored and all. So those things and all, it has been clearly mentioned in the instructions.md file. So agent, what it will consider, it will first understands this as a, so analogy is that, so as a chef, I will enter and I will read those instructions and get to know like where exactly these things are available to start and all. So then next is the skill. Skill is nothing but what exact recipe you wanted to prepare and all. Okay. So exact recipe is like I wanted to cook the rice, or I wanted to cook the dal, or I wanted to cook the rasam, or I wanted to cook the biryani, or whatever the chapati, whatever the specific recipe you wanted to prepare and all, no, that is clearly mentioned in the skill.markdown file. Means, for example, you wanted to cook the rice and all, like how many cups of rice you need to take, for how many members you need to calculate, and what exactly the rice cooker, where exactly the rice cooker is available. That anyways you got it from the copilot instructions.markdown file. Whereas like how to calculate the number of people and the cups you need to load, and what are the water you need to keep into the bowl and all these, exactly you need to, these instructions of preparing a recipe or preparing a relevant curry and all, no, these is called skill.md. So here, so these all utensils, everything will be there in kitchen only, but the recipes keep on changing and all. Okay, but there are particular recipes like where you need to cook on everyday basis. Like for example, if you wanted to cook chapati, it has to be every day, no? So that type of relevant task, or if you wanted to create cook rice and all, it's every day you need to cook and all. So these things and all you need to create that, create, and those called a task specific playbooks and all. Okay, task specific recipe preparation books and all. So those is called a skill.markdown file. Okay, then next comes is the sub agent, where it's a specialist worker of what it needs to prepare for, means like it uses, like for example, I wanted to prepare a food for a dinner, or for food for a lunch and all. So there are specific skills, like for rice one skill, or dal one skill, rasam one skill, the sambar one skill, curries one skill. So those are the different skills this specialist worker uses and prepares the full lunch and all. So this is the clear cut analogy of this. Okay, and if you here it's like Claude.md markdown file is the kitchen rules, skill is the recipe, and subagent is the chef. Okay, so this chef will get the rules of the kitchen and prepares the recipe, and everything he will cook and gives it to the end user. Okay, this and all it. So there are two places like where you can create the skills and all. So there are two places, like once you create a skill and all, you can keep it in two places. One is like a specific project related skill, and there is a global skill and all. So global skill is like where you save the skill. Both skills can be same and all. For example, you are creating a code review agent, a code reviewer skill. Okay, so you can pass that as a global level, where it global level skill in the sense like where it stores in the root folder called dot cloud and all. In the root folder it will save. Okay, whereas project specific skill is like where that project wants the unit testing done in that repo. Okay, so where the data analysis can be done, skill has to be done on that particular repo. So those is called a project specific skills and all. So that I will show you clearly on where exactly the global skills are stored, where exactly the project specific skills are stored and all. So skill is a playbook, playbook task where it will ease the work of the repetitive task and all, which will ease the work of the repetitive work. And skill.markdown file within that skills, no, skill.markdown file is the required file where it has these instructions of that, and relevant name and description of that and all. And if you, whenever you are creating a skill, no, it can optionally add those checklists and examples, and it creates the .py files which are used to evaluate that particular skills and all. So it helps to do that and all. Okay, so once you loads on the skill, no, once you write, user writes the prompt, no, so then it will only identify the intent of the prompt, and then it maps to the relevant skill, and then it will start implementing that skills and all. Okay, so we will see that how it is how it works and all. So it is mostly like skill.md keep skill as most focused and all, where you for large reference materials and all, for the supporting files and all, it uses more and all. Okay, so we will create this code reviewer skill, and I have already created, but I will show you how I created this code reviewer skill. And once you create the prompt, no, once what the prompt, how this skill triggers and all, we will see that. Okay, so first thing I will show you on how we can, how where we stores these two skills. Okay, so global skill as well as the product specific skills. Okay, yeah, so this is the one where we have the skills. Okay, yeah, So for example, I create a new session. Okay. Oh, yeah, got it. So if you see here, this is the project level skills and all. For example, you can create a new folder here in the .github. You can create a new folder, name it as a skills. Okay, and within that skills, you can create a within that skills. No, you can create the code reviewer skill. For example, I wanted to create here only in the skills folder. Okay, so slash create skill. Okay, and I want to create a code reviewer skill in the .github slash skills. Yeah, if you see here, it will create the relevant skills here. Yeah, so if you see here it will start creating, it started creating the skills. Okay, now I'll create a workspace specific code reviewer skill. So if you see here, it started creating the skills and all code reviewer skill. Okay, so this particular code reviewer skill which we have created here will be used further. So it created this skill.md file here. So as I said, it creates the name of the skill, what exactly is the name of the skill, code reviewer, and what it does, it reviews the Python code for correctness, all these things, and then it gives the instructions on what exactly it has to follow in the skills. Okay, so this is the one. So now one time you have you created the skill, every time you change the code or update the files in that particular workspace or the repo, so this one one a single statement, for example, I want to review my code in this repo. Okay, so if you see here, it triggers this skill.markdown file, which is the code reviewer skill and all. See, it automatically triggers that. Okay, see, the user wants to, I wanted to I will review the code systematically. Let me explore the first repository to understand the. So first it will go through that files and all. No, so by using this skill only, it started evaluating this whatever they were in used in that. Okay, or else there is another way to use this. Okay, so you can create like slash skills. Okay, so here if you see here there is a like specific called a code reviewer here is there, which we created. No, so if you click on this, where is that, where is it? So if you create a skills and code reviewer skills. Okay, review the code. It now it is using this particular, see, code reviewer skill, it keeps on using that particular skill and all, and then based on that it will evaluate this based on this skill.markdown file. It will evaluate that. So why? Because as we selected that particular skill only. Okay, see, it is searching those files and all, and then based on that it will review that. Okay, everything, whatever the repetitive task, no, at one time if you can create the skill or not, no, so every time it uses that skill and makes your life easier and all. Okay, so this is one of the level of the skills at the repo level. Okay, and there are multiple skills you can create and all, which will use that. You can create a testing skill and all. Wait, I will create, I help you check this. I creating this as create skill. I want to create a testing skill. So at a once time, once you create this testing skill, no, you if you create that in the global skill, it is project specific. But if you want, if you can create that at a global level, no, then it would save more amount of time and all. Okay. See, it will create this testing skill. We'll see how it creates. Uh, it is. No, it was using that code reviewer skills and all. And 1 minute. Yeah. For example, I want I want create skill. Sorry, slash create a skill. I want to create a unit testing skill. Unit testing skill. See, see, now it is clearly asking. So I will help you create a unit testing skill. Let me, okay. So it is asking to clarify few of the questions. Okay. So two things, like one is like you wanted to create at the workspace level, which is that GitHub and all, or else at the home level, Copilot or Claude level, which is at the all the project level, all the projects level, like at a personal level you wanted to create. So I will create this as a workspace level skills. Okay. And then what testing areas should cover, like it has to create on the ML pipelines or the Pythons in the repo. Okay. So I wanted to both. Okay. And a quick checklist. Okay. What kind of skill would be like fast reference test coverage, naming conventions, those things are not into for step by step flow. Both I will make it as both. Okay. And which testing tools I need to use, like mostly like Python standard library, PyTest or unit test and all. I go with PyTest only for now, and then submit. So once you submit these things, no, then it creates the skill here only in the project level. Then we can copy the skill at the project level. Okay. And you can go at the global level, which is at the personal level also. You can keep that. When you are passing a skill to a personal level, all the reports, like for example you have used the multiple VS codes and all, no? You can use that skill at the all the repo levels and all. You can just by calling it from the GitHub Copilot chat, it triggers that particular skill directly. Okay. So that's the one. And meanwhile, by the time it creates the skill, no, I will go through that where the exactly the global skills has been created and all. Okay. uh, I will go through that folder. Yeah. So this is the exact folder like where it creates. Okay. So in the users del and this dot cloud is there, no? So here you can create the skills folder, and here I have created earlier. Okay. So this is where exactly I created the skills and all. Okay. So these are called the global skills. In the PPT also I was mentioning, dot cloud of that and all. So if there is no specific skills mentioned there, no, you can use this skill here. Trust me, like if you start developing the skill, you can easily save most of your time in your day-to-day work and all. I can assure you that it increases the productivity and makes the things focus on the other areas compared to this repetitive task or the same task which you are performing as a BAU process and all. Okay. So yeah, if you see here, it creates the skill. Okay. So if you see here, it has created the skill. Okay. So I think here is 51%, I think. Yeah, it reviewed the code systematically and yeah, it has created the skills, I think. Yeah, see here, it has created this code unit testing skill, and within that it created this skill.md file, which is the instructions like, yeah, unit testing, write, run, write this, write, run, and validate pytest unit test cases and all. So whenever so one if you are doing this pytesting unit testing daily, no, then what you can do is that you can come directly and I want to do the unit testing for this repo. It automatically triggers this skill. It automatically triggers this skill, and then it gives the detailed report and all. So how you wanted the output, you can input whenever you are creating a skills with the relevant prompt to create that. So it created this test folder. So it created this test folder, and it started giving that. It started giving that all the config files. See this conf test feature dot file, all it keeps on creating and all. Okay, so one time you use the skill, you can use it on a multiple repos, or if you wanted to do the testing and all. Mostly for the testing scenarios, you wanted to test multiple times. Now if you create one good skill, if you wanted to test the same type of work in the UI, or in the code and all, no, if relevant to the data analytics or data science or data engineering, anything, if you wanted to do that testing part, no, like once you create a good skill and all, you can use it multiple times and all. Okay, that's the beauty of the skills and all. Okay, so you can do the repetitive task in a more easy and in a more productive way, and you can get the detailed report out of it by passing, by giving that the output, where the output has to be there, those things and all. See how beautifully it creates the test cases for these pipelines and all. So yeah, these are the PyTest cases. It keeps on developing and all. We can just run this and we can test that how what or whether anything is failing and all. So that's how you can create these skills and all. Yeah, this concept you can explore more on that. I gave more almost like all the knowledge which you want for creating your skills and how to use that skills in your day-to-day life, in your daily job. Okay, in IT. So those things and all, you got it, no? So that's how you can create the skills and you can make the things easier and all. Okay, and you can keep these files. Set up unit testing and create testing files for each of the pipeline. So it creates that files and gives the test output as well. Okay, so that's how these skills are useful. Okay, and yeah, so far this is the one. Okay, so this is how, like, you can use these skills and all. So I showed, the dot cloud skills and all, where you can store the global skills. Okay, if you want the project specific skills, you need to save it in the dot github. Okay, and so once open the Copilot chat, can you review the function of this file when you attach? No, Claude detects its review skill. It detects that whatever the skill it has, and then and loads the skill, and then follows the playbook, or which is the markdown file. It has a playbook, and then executes the task automatically. Okay, so this is another skill you can create and all. You can while watching this video, you can start practicing in the background and all. And yeah, this is how you can do that. And so write description as use this skill when. So if you are passing this skill, see, I forgot to mention that if you are using this skill, no, you can pass on this skill to other members as well. So for example, if you in a team, you are working as a 5 members. Okay, so if a one person develops a particular skill, you can pass on this skill to the other person. So again, your colleague no need to develop every skill and all. You can utilize the skills and all, or else you can keep all the skills in one of the repo, and you can pass on that repo to the other, where they can store in their .github at a project level, or at the global level they can store it in the root folder level, where automatically when the user prompt in the session or the conversation, it triggers to that relevant skill depending on the prompt and all. Okay, and keep skill.md as focus. Like you trim that if it is diverting into the other other outputs like which you are not expecting and all, and you keep it as focused on chart and all. Put large reference material in supporting files, like keep the context clean and all. When load only, you update that and all. So one, trim that, you trim the skills and all. You can merge the multiple skills and all, but you keep the skill for one task, you make it as one skill only. Don't mix up the tasks and all. If there is a multiple task, it needed to be done and all, no, you do the multiple skills and then merge to the sub agent, which you'll get to know next concept. And then you keep on updating the skills as the standards evolve, and as the requirements keep on changing, you update the skills and all. Okay, so that is one of the thing and all. And yeah, this is the major aim of these skills and all. Yeah, that's the skill and all. So if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and please click on the like button. And if you have any queries, you can comment it in the comments window. I will be happy to respond to your queries on that. Until then, happy learning. Keep subscribe this channel.